everybody, and welcome once more for a Learn French with Nazreena online tutorial. My tutorials are basically developed to help those who are studying French already as a second language and to provide them some tips with grammar. And today we are going to be learning about the indefinite article in French and how it's treated in French grammar. So before I'm going to move on to how the indefinite article is going to be treated in French grammar, let's sure we have our basics covered. Okay, so let's see how the indefinite article is used in English before we progress on to learning how it is going to be used in a foreign language. Now in English, the indefinite article is denoted by the words either a or some. To give you some examples, I have a book, I have some pencils, she has a house, they have some boats. So the words basically a and some are examples of indefinite article in English. So let's see how this is treated in French grammar. Okay, in the French grammar, we know that nouns can either be masculine or feminine, right? So, and likewise in masculine they can be masculine singular or masculine plural, and in feminine they will be either feminine singular or feminine plural, right? Now the only difference is, like in English we just use a book, some books, a car, some cars, etc., etc., and there's nothing like a gender differentiation when it comes to nouns. But in French, as we all know, the nouns are either masculine or feminine, and like I said, they could be singular or also in the plural tense. Now in French grammar, the indefinite article or the l'article indéfini, as we say in French, has to agree with the noun in number as well as in gender, meaning it has to be changed or it has to agree if the noun is either a singular noun or a plural noun, or if it's a masculine noun or a feminine noun. Okay, so for instance, if you're looking at a noun which is a masculine and singular, then we use the word un. So this word un is basically the equivalent of the English word a. Okay, and if it's the noun which is a feminine singular noun, okay, if it's a feminine singular noun, then we use the word une. Okay, which is once again the equivalent of the English a. All right, and if let's say the noun is masculine plural, now luckily for whether it's a masculine plural or a feminine plural, we just have one indefinite article, basically the word they. All right, so if a noun is either the masculine plural or a feminine plural, we just use the word they. Okay, so a quick recap as to what we just spoke about over here. For a masculine singular noun, we use the word un. For a feminine singular noun, we use the word une. But the noun is either a masculine or a feminine plural, we use the word they. So I've given a very simple exercise over here, okay, in this part over here basically. So let's see how we are going to use this indefinite articles in very simple sentences. Okay, let's look at example 1. This sentence over here, okay, is J dash notebook. Basically it means I have dash notebook. So this dash we're going to fill a, right? Notebook is what? Singular, right? So, and in French this is a masculine singular noun, example of a masculine singular noun. So if I have to say I have a book, what do we use for the word a for a masculine singular? The word un, right? So we are going to be using this word here. J'ai un cahier. I have a notebook. Let's move on to example number 2. Ils ont dash maison. This sentence means they have, fill in the blanks, house. So basically we have to fill what? A house, right? They have a house. And this noun over here, maison, is an example of a feminine singular noun. Okay, so what do we use for a for a feminine singular noun? It's the the word une, right? So we are going to be using this. Ils ont une maison. Okay, so they have a house. Example 3. These are, fill in the blank, pens. Ce sont, fill in the blank, pens. Pens or plume is an example of feminine plural noun. Okay, so what do we use for some? These are some pens. So some, what is the equivalent for some in French for feminine plural? They, right? So we put they. Last example, these are, fill in the blanks, pencils. Okay, now crayon meaning pencils is an example of a masculine plural noun. So what do we use for these? These are some pencils. What do we use? We use the word they, right? So there you go. I have a notebook. They have a house. These are some pens. These are some pencils. Okay. So j'ai un cahier. Why do we use un? Because cahier is a masculine singular noun. Ils ont une maison. Why did we use une? Because maison is an example of a feminine. It is an example of a feminine singular noun, right? So that's why we used une. Ce sont des plumes. Why did we use they? That is because plume is the example of a feminine plural. So we use the word they. Ce sont des crayons. Why did we use they? Because crayon is an example of masculine plural, and so we use the word they. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Un, une, they. Un, masculine singular. Une, feminine singular. They, masculine or feminine plural. So pretty simple. Okay, I want to move on to a little tip that I usually share with most of my students. So in English, when we say, when we want to say, let's just move on to the example. So we say there is a boy and girl. Let's, if I have to use it in a sentence, there is a boy and girl standing there. There is a boy and girl in the class. Okay, whatever, right? So anyway, the reason I'm giving you this example is that in this sentence, you notice that we only use the indefinite article a in front of the first noun, right? We did not say there is a boy and a girl, right? Of course, there's nothing wrong if you say there is a boy and a girl, but in general colloquial usage, we just use there is a boy and girl, right? But in French, you have to use the indefinite article before both nouns. So if I have to translate this sentence in French, how do we do it? We say, il y a un garçon et une fille. Okay, so this indefinite article un, right? And une, see, it's used in front of both nouns. Garçon, needless to say, is an example of what? Masculine singular, right? So we use the word un. And fille is what? Example of a feminine singular. So we use the word une. Okay? So please note, in French we use the indefinite article before each noun. Okay? And we do not omit it like how we do in English. So if you look at the plural tense of a similar sentence, in English I've given you an example here. There are some boats and houses. Let's use it in a sentence. There are some boats and houses in this village, in my area, whatever, right? But the point is, we just use the indefinite article some in front of the first noun and we omitted it here. Like I said before, there's nothing wrong if you use it twice. There are some boats and some houses in my community or in my village, in my area, whatever. But usually in colloquial usage, we just use it before the first noun. There are some boats and houses. But in French, we have to repeat the indefinite article before both the nouns. And needless to say, it has to agree with the number and gender. Like how it agreed with the number and gender here, it has to agree with the number and gender. Okay? Bateau is an example of a masculine plural noun, so we use the word they. Maison is an example of a feminine plural noun, so we use the word they. So remember, the indefinite article is used twice before each noun. Okay, so this is a point to be noted, especially when for those of you who have this translation exercises, right? Okay, so this is actually the first part of my tutorial, and I was thinking of just adding a bit more here, just progressing on to the affirmative and the negative usage. What is affirmative? Basically saying yes, right? Like a positive usage, like I have a book. But if I'm going to be saying the same sentence in the negative, it says I do not have a book, right? So in English, the word like I have a book, I do not have a book remains the same. But let's see how this is treated in French. Okay, so if it is in the affirmative, j'ai, fill in the blank, bateau, example of a masculine what? Singular noun. What do we write here? J'ai un bateau. Okay, un is the word we use for a masculine singular. But if it is in the negative, I do not have a boat, I do not write the word un, but I use the word the. Maybe I'll just type it in instead of trying to write. Oh. Oh, it's not working. There you go. Delete. So I use the word the over here in this. So I will not be using the word it's going to be the. The word the is used. Going on to the next one, this next sentence over here. Ont-ils, fill in the blank, enfant. Do they have children? Enfant is what? Is a neuter gender, right? Because children, enfant meaning children, can either be what? Masculine or feminine, right? So we use, what's my cursor doing? We use ont-ils des enfants. But let's say I have to answer it saying, no, they do not have children. It has to be ils, sorry. How do we write it? We do not use they in the negative. We use the word the. And remember, for those who remember, there's a vowel clash. This ends with E, this begins with E. So what do? We take off the E and denote it with an apostrophe. So it's going to be non, ils n'ont pas d'enfants. Okay? Just a quick recap. In the affirmative, we use the words on, you, whatever, right? But if we are going to be using the same sentence in the negative, then we have to use the word the. Okay? So when you say, I don't know what's going on here. So if you have to use the word like j'ai un bateau, for some reason my cursor got stuck, it just refuses to move from there. There you go. We use the word here, right? J'ai un bateau, because this is a masculine singular noun. But if I have to say I do not have a boat, we did not say j'ai un bateau. We did not use this. Instead, we have to use the word the. Okay? So use the for negative. Likewise for plural. Do they have children? Asking a question, right? It's not negative. We're just asking a question here. So we use the plural, they, for enfant. But if I'm answering it in the negative, I did not use they. I just use the. Like I actually use the, but because the noun is beginning with a vowel, remember the rule of the vowel, we have to replace it with remove the letter a and we replace it with the. Okay? The last example. A-t-il fill in the blank, sir. Meaning, does he have sisters? So, what do we use for sisters? Feminine plural, right? So, we use atil de sir. Okay? But if you're going to answer it in the negative, no, he does not have sisters, we do not use the word they. No, we do not use it. We do not use the word they. We use the word the. So, il n'a pas de sir. So, when in the negative, this word over here, let me grab my ink. We do not use they. We only use the word the. And in front of the vowels, for all those who remember the vowel rule, we have to, if it is the and then it begins with a vowel over here or with the H mute, we have to take off the vowel and replace it with an apostrophe, and that's what I did over here. Okay? So one more point to note is that we use this the in the negative when it denotes, like, I mean, basically when it indicates the absence of anything. It's like in this sentence here, I do not have a boat. I do not have children. No, he does not have sisters. So it says he does not have anything. He doesn't have any sisters. I do not have any boat. No, they do not have any children. Right? But if you're going to be using in a general sense, for example, est-ce que ce sont des crayons? In this sentence over here, are these pencils? And if you are going to answer no, these are not pencils, we still use the word they. It agrees with the number and gender. This is masculine, plural, so it is used they. In example of another sentence, let's go down. These are not ladies, right? So once again, ladies, feminine, plural. So we use the word they. No, these are not ladies. So although these are plural and this is a negative, but this is used in the general sense, right? So we still use the plural they. Whereas if we say there isn't any, or he hasn't any, or I haven't any, then we use the. Then we use the. Like in this sentence, I have a boat. I do not have any boat. I do not have any boat. So basically, no, nothing. I don't have any boat at all. So we use the. Do they have children? No, they do not have children. So yes, so we use children beginning with the S over here, but they do not have children, meaning they do not have any children. So we use the. Like I said, I used the word the. Right, I use the word the, but because it begins with a vowel, I took off the E and I replaced it with the apostrophe. Likewise, the last example, does he have any sisters? This word over here, no, he does not have any sisters. So he doesn't have anything at all, any sisters at all. So we use the, right? Whereas in the other two examples, that are the examples below, are these some, okay? Are these some pencils? No, these are not some pencils. This is very general. No, these are not ladies, right? It's just a very general way. So we still use the what do you call, the indefinite article to agree with the number and the gender of the nouns. And likewise, if it is an how do you say that, opposition, like if I want to say a sentence, no, these are not pencils but pens, so I use they. Okay, so which does what? It agrees with the number and the gender, right? And since crayon is masculine plural, this is feminine plural, remember the indefinite article still remains they. So we still use they. Okay, So the word the is only used when we denote the absence of something. Like I do not have any children, I do not have any book. Then we say the. Okay, I hope this tutorial is useful and helpful for you to understand the usage of the indefinite article. Of course, the last two lessons that I gave will be covered more under the partitive article, but I thought of incorporating it because many people, many students especially, they want to continue with the negative usage, so they asked me to continue. Okay, we will be continuing more in another tutorial coming in the weeks to follow, in which I'll be talking about the partitive article, and then you will be seeing the usage of the in more detail. I hope you have liked this tutorial, and if it has helped you in any way, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to share it with your classmates, or if anybody whom you know can need help with this. And if you have any questions, please write it in your comments box below, and I'll be sure to answer it. Till then, goodbye. Have a good learning. Bye bye.